Every 5 years, the nation unites in the democratic process known as the general elections to cast their votes, a system for people seeking to choose their own government. And there are countless people who are intertwined in the process. One such individual is Glasspole Brown, the Director of Elections. His efforts have not gone unnoticed by the commission he serves, resulting in a recommendation for him to receive the honor for the Order of Distinction in the rank of Commander.
That gave me some level of satisfaction in the sense that my work was being recognized by the commission that I currently work with.
Born and bred in the parish of Clarendon, Glasspole Brown was cut out to be a leader, having been instructed in and out of the classroom by his mother, who was an educator by profession.
My utterances and my actions is embedded in terms of the teaching of the Bible. And therefore my mother sought to see that I was so grounded. In other words, I had to, from I was little, ensure that I go to the church, to go to a Sunday school, certainly because she was a teacher. The educational side of it has to be certainly have to focus on that aspect of it. So there are certain principles that she ensured that I lived by.
Having gone to Osborne Primary School in the district and then to the prestigious Glenmuir High School, Mr. Brown credits these as the firm foundation for his leadership stir.
If we go back to my school days, I was involved in a number of activities, certainly. At Glenmuir, I was the head boy at Glenmuir. After I left Glenmuir, I went into university. I was part of a group at Chancellor Hall. At Chancellor Hall, I was the Deputy Hall Chairman then. So I saw myself in that leadership role. And whatever I sort of set my focus that I would be playing that role at the leadership level, certainly ensuring that whatever I do, it impact not just on myself, but more to my fellow men, and by wider extension to the country that I love so much.
And this desire spilled over into his professional life when it was time for him to go out into the real world, when he started out first as a statistical officer at the Petroleum Company of Jamaica.
Then I was transferred into what was known as the Energy Sector Policy Implementation Unit, as more so dealing with the administrative side of it, with the consultants that were brought on board. That unit was a unit that was established for the privatization of the Jamaica Public Service.
Stick a pin there. This is important and we're going to come back to it. But just a note, Mr. Brown then worked at the Petroleum Marketing Company.
That is a subsidiary of Petroleum Corporation of Jamaica, as a general manager. So I spent a number of years there managing Petcom.
A background that helped him as the Assistant Director in charge of administration at the Electoral Office of Jamaica in 2009. 9 years later, he was in charge of the role he had been assisting. Now remember, Mr. Brown talked about working at the Energy Sector Policy Implementation Unit. That pivotal time had a significant impact on the job he now executes.
It exposed my thought process to a number of different strategies in terms of the certainly being able to have that interaction with consultants in terms of when they were looking at the privatization of the Jamaica Public Service. So it really was a defining period for me, because I was exposed to a number of things, how you do the different analysis, the qualitative analysis, etc.
But his rise was not without challenges, especially in his latest role.
It takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of understanding of the process to ensure that you need to do what you need to ensure that at the end of the day, in terms of the assessment that will be done, it is free and fair in terms of the election, which is the goal that you work towards, a good election at the end of the day.
And you know what they say about public service. It can sometimes feel like a thankless job.
Yeah, thankless in the sense that, more so in the era of social media, with the comments that is out there, people, and I guess because people don't understand what is required and the process that you go through. What keep me is in terms of the goal that you set in terms of what you do, and the impact that it'll have, certainly in terms of the work that we do here, what impact will have on in terms of the benefit of the country. Certainly we are managing a process that is, at the end of the day, selects who governs the country, and certainly that process will impact in terms of the quality of the level of governance that we have at the end of the day.
And certainly, family plays a part in keeping him steady.
It's a time-consuming work. We have a limited amount of time to do that, and I think I have a very understanding and a very considerate family that understand the work that I'm doing and the tasks that have been given to me. Therefore, what I seek to do, certainly, to a certain extent, the priority is to get the work done. And therefore, that understanding side of the family that understand that, okay, during that period, there's a limited amount of time, but I do make up after election.
Pressure or not, Mr. Brown has been working, and there are some major achievements he is proud to have led. From improvement in their technological base to staff development, the results are showing.
When you are told that you'll be asked to do additional things, like for example, we have now been given the task of the NIRI, National Identification and Registration Inspectorate, also reflecting of what the powers that be sees as our quality of our work. Certainly that has given us some satisfaction.
And the order of distinction in the rank of commander is the result of a satisfied group. Congratulations, Mr. Brown.